going to go over the HUHU fight because apparently my melee don't know how to separate stacks. So I'm gonna be showing it again for my melee on the how to properly stack. This is Petrie's just from a couple days ago, and their fucking stack was perfect. I posted a picture of it, but definitely gonna go over it again because it's very important that this happens because of the wyvern sting. But because you can see, like, they have 2 marks, and it's a perfect stack. Like, look at that. Look at that. Now there's Oldo over here. You know, we're not sure about him, but but it's super good to have it separated stacks. That is like the most important part, other than it because of the wyvern sting. Because the wyvern sting like chains based on like closeness of the boss to each other. They get lower than we do, boys. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, that was low.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't even pre-G NPP. I don't think. So, but these guys are also fucking full max geared. So, I'm not sure who I'm gonna put as the range stack mark for these upcoming dogs. So these dogs are exactly the same as the AQ20 dogs that we kill in before Osirian. They do the exact same abilities. They're just amplified to a lot more. So instead of everybody stacking on star, we're gonna have 2 stacks. We're gonna have the melee stack, and I'm gonna put like 2 paladins inside the melee stack for the effect of when when the range have to run in for Shadowstorm, you guys have to run in together. It is the most important thing because during Shadowstorm you can also have Meteor, so you guys have to run in together so you don't get meteored. Like, you can't lag behind, you can't be early. You guys have to be pretty much together the entire time. Now the range stack is like all the way back here, and this is Shadowstorm plus Meteor. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. As soon as Shadowstorm goes out, I will make a call for the range to come in. You guys have to come in together. They're pretty much all together. Like, it doesn't have to be like pixel stacked, but you guys do have to come in together. These guys do a lot of AoE damage. Like, ranged especially, you guys got to make sure you have a greater shadow protection pot up. The thunder, like, does the explosion, you can run out. Well, we run out. These guys did a lot of testing, and it doesn't actually one-shot you, but it does do a good amount of damage, and it can crit. So just so you're aware of that, it can crit, but it does about 5k damage is what, as they were testing it with their hardcore characters, it was only like 5k damage. So you know, with a GFPP, it won't kill you, but there's no reason to waste your GFPP on it. The Thunderclap does a fuckload of damage. Like, there is a lot of damage going out on all of the melee during this. I believe the Plague is a lot bigger on these guys instead of the very small range as the AQ20. So you guys, like, especially on Thunderclap, you guys gotta get out, run all the way out so you're not getting hit by the Thunderclap as well. I'm going to have 1 to 2 tanks in the range stack as well, taking care of the ads that if they pass us by, just to make sure that they are not slamming the shit out of my healers. Other than that, I mean, greater shadow protection pot is the most important thing for the casters because the Shadowstorm does hurt a lot. And then making sure you guys run in together on the Shadowstorm in case of a meteor on top of it. So don't be afraid to Petri, especially during Thunderclap. You will not be able to Petri the meteor. Like, it just will not happen. So, because before it's even on your screen, you're already dead. So, Shadowstorm here, and it's Plague. This one, I don't know how, like, during this one, Webb pulled it towards them because it was already established that it wasn't a meteor, which is, in my opinion, a lot better, which is probably what I'm going to do if I know it's Plague plus Shadow. Just because then we're not. The rough part about it being Shadow Storm is that we're not going to get heals while all the healers are running in. So that's why I'm kind of putting two-ish pallies inside the melee group so that we at least still have heals going out during the casters running in. I still don't know who I'm going to put on the range stack. I know Anna's very experienced, but it doesn't really matter to me who has it, but it definitely has to be somebody that's experienced or understands the whole mechanic. If anybody has anybody that they'd like to volunteer, that'd be great, but either way, see, they all run in together. That guy almost got nuked because he was late. If you're like, if they're a paladin and they're late, they can bubble it, right? But then the issue you have is that if there's somebody else nearby you, only like one or two people, then they're gonna die probably, right?
Yeah,
Because
because it
they'll
won't
eat
send
it.
you who skips
Yeah,
the. Yep.
yeah. I mean, if you're solo, but I don't know how much damage it actually does total.
I've bubbled them in AQ20, but not in AQ40.
Yeah, it's more just the if you're only like one person's next to you, then you're gonna kill your boy because you were late. So
Yeah, well, everybody should be stacked anyway, so.
it should be perfectly stacked, and then you guys have to run in like together to know the.
But why would you put melee in the melee stack? Just because like priests or even resto druids have better AOE healing in a situation where you need a lot of healing going on.
I think he's just
Well, the only
more
reason
for
I'm
like
putting
the
pallies is because I mean, highest HP pool ideally, because if it's Thunderclap fucking hurts. Like Thunderclap does a lot of damage. So like Demon has like 10k HP. Like a lot of these, like my pallies usually have way more HP, and or have gear that is just like full stamina based. I'll have stamina gear to be able to. It's not so much that like a lot of AoE healing has to go out. It's more the idea of the tank isn't going to be getting healed during this situation, during this exchange of the casters running in. So that's like the worst part. So, God damn it,
so
close
just
your
need
bags,
a couple
HX.
pallies in there to
Yeah,
spam
just
heal
to
the
be
tank
able
a bit
to
while it's
heal,
happening.
because they hurt. Like they still hit hard. So
Another benefit for paladins is they can make themselves completely immune to damage knockback with concentration aura plus, right?
they can just bubble too. Like it's
That too.
So this side is the caster. So this is the side that I believe I have. Let me look. It is going to be Small Electra. He starts to pull over here, and then Marisma's gonna be with him, with Ash, Valor, Akar, Leanne, Murdama, and Holy Woman are all gonna be on the left side. So off the rip, pretty much he's gonna be tanked right where he is, and then OT1 will be on the left side here. It will be Snap. Snap's going to be right here, and then Zully's going to be on this side. I'm going to be tanking on the right side, starting it off here. We can't really move him to start off. I mean, he can, but not really. He starts to pull, and then after the teleport, Merzma will run him all the way back to this torch right here. There's a torch on the other side as well, where I'm going to be tanking Vecnilash to begin with, which is like over here. But pretty much all the healers need to be like right in here off the rip on the left side. Spam healing small especially, and then after the transition, you guys have to kind of keep kiting your way over, and then you guys want to be spread out like right around here is the ideal, all around the left side, and then the right side will be all right here. Pretty much, you guys all should have a greater frost protection pot for this fight. He'll randomly throw a blizzard out. Just step out of it when if it gets casted over you. It does a good amount of AoE damage. Melee especially, all of these bugs social aggro. When you're running from one twin imp to the next, for the love of God, if you pull something, we stop, we kill it. This is not a DPS check. This is an entire endurance contest of just keeping the transitions clean. It's a tank check and a healing check. The DPS will come, they share a health pool. Melee can only hit the melee guy, and the range can only hit the range one. So he'll
Can you explain
also...
what happens if you drag a bug?
So you drag a bug, you drag it across. Now there's 6 bugs there. They all go to the healers. They start slamming the healers, and they explode. And they do a lot of damage. For this fight, if you pull a bug over onto your tank, and your tank gets unbalancing striked, and 1 or 2 bugs explode, he's fucking dead. Like, there's no questions asked. He's dead. You cannot use Thunder Fury on this fight. You can, but it's a death wish because you can social aggro. You cannot use Dragon Breath Chili on this fight either. The melee will also randomly enlarge one. If there's an enlarged bug, melee, you are immediately killing it. Stop the DPS on the boss, immediately killing bugs. The bugs are the most important part, so you don't social aggro into the others. If you start dragging these across the room, it starts to get really bad and messy, and then they're exploding on people. People are taking unnecessary damage, and now your healers and now nobody's able to heal the tanks. So it is very important that that does not happen. At 5 seconds left, there will be a DBM counter or Bigwigs counter saying when the teleport is available. They have a teleport window. Most of the time, they will teleport as soon as the window is open. That is what I've noticed for most of these things. I will be Sword and Shield, and so will Merisma. So melee, you just have to watch your threat. This is like one of our first times doing it. These guys hit fucking hard. If you rip threat, you most likely will die. So I do not believe they're tauntable. So there's no saving grace of your tank taunting it off you. So
They're not tauntable.
now, this is not where we're going to be pulling it. This is some speedrun shit. But I'm going to be pulling this over to the wall, over here to the left side. This is so that the melee have less time to run. But we're
Like,
going to
a
be...
Hunter pull it, or
Hunter usually
are you
shoots
gonna
it.
pull it?
Because it starts with the caster. The caster has to start his, and then pretty much Hunter will shoot it with very low threat ability. So we should be able to, ideally, our fight is going to take 3 to 4 minutes. So you can Death Wish on the first set, because I most likely will be. So you'll have a second Death Wish up for the end, but you just have to be careful to not slam and execute and rip threat off of me. So, fair warning, but that is what is suggested, so you get 2 Death Wishes in. See the mutate bug? These need to be killed immediately. This was a late turn. These guys should have been out sooner. Because as these guys go out, the tank has to back up, let the Warlock gain threat, and then the tank stands between the Warlock and the caster. Then the mages are running over, melee is running over. You've seen the blizzard there. Don't run through the blizzard. This is what Merisma is going to be doing. He'll be taking him over here to the torch over here, not into the middle of the room. But like, these guys should be killing the scarabs, but they just AoE them down because, you know, they're Giga geared. And it's a little different, but like, We don't need to AoE. We don't need to do any of that. See that Scorpion? He's going over to the casters and being an asshole. We don't want that to happen. Now, there is going to be a tank over there. Picking up any ads, etc. that happens. I don't even see the... oh, well. You can see the timer right here. I believe this one is... I don't know where the fuck it went now.
Which timer?
It was here. It was teleport. Oh, it's up here now.
Twin teleport, yeah.
Yeah, 6 seconds. So it can happen after this timer happens. At 5 seconds, everybody's leaving. Everybody's already starting to run over to the next part. You do not want to be in range here when the teleport happens.
Just want to confirm healers do not move, right?
You guys see how the healers are lined up kind of here, just kind of spread out. You don't want to be on top of each other because of this blizzard. Like, if you're standing in a blizzard, you need to move. But otherwise, like, you guys just kind
We
of...
have like left
You,
side
you
healers.
stick,
right
yeah, you
Yes,
stick to
yeah,
the side
we
you're
have-
healing.
We have
Yeah.
left side, like Ash, Valor, and Akar. You guys are left side for Pallies. Leanne, Murdama, and Holy Woman are left side for priests. And then right side is Bubble, Demon, Haley, Anna, Luna, and Tim. So, like, you guys are all going to be spread out here, just kind of spreading out. And then the off tank is just going to be standing in the healers pretty much to pick up any bugs, etc. that happen.
They should also be ready to pick up the boss in case a tank dies.
Yeah, but ideally that doesn't happen. But yes.
Not for sure.
And the main tanks, you have to have improved demo, and you have to immediately improve demo. Should be able to slam a Bloodthirst plus a immediate demo shout.
You should try to debuff before they transition, actually. Then it's already up and you have a bit of time.
True. So as the teleport windows open, you can hit a demo shout on them. Is ideal for when it's going to transfer to the other guy. Because demo shouts up on this guy all the time, on every single one. So as they're leaving, you hit them with it. And Eisen, you can do that too. Like, anybody can. Like, if you've improved demo, like, send it. Like,
Roger, Roger.
I think because the fight's so long, the healers should like Dark Rune or Mana Pot.
yeah,
like,
very early.
when
Very early.
when they have the mana to do so, or like the lack of mana.
Yeah, you just want to get it on CD.
For the
Just
Yep.
like
yeah, for
get
sure.
it on CD.
Gotcha.
That's ideal, keeping it. Now, this is the post Twin Amps trash. Very high damaging trash. For the most part, if there's more than 2 lashers in a pack, every melee will be stone shielding. The champion will be tanked all the way in the back with 2 tanks on it. The Mind Slayer will be tanked with 1 and then 1 as a backup. And then each Slayer will pretty much have 2 warriors on it, or at least 2 tanks. The Slayers will come through the doorway, and we're going to split them up. One's going to go into the cubby, one will get tanked like here at the right side doorway, and then one will be tanked at the left side doorway, and the Mind Slayer gets tanked like on the ramp. And then the captain gets pulled like all the way into the back. The captain does an AoE fear, as well as like knockback threat drops. So very annoying. The Mind Slayer does a obviously MC, just like the other ones do. Etc. And then the Mind Slayers, when they die, these ones, when they die, it'll put everybody in LOS of like 30 yards into a random flay. Now, like, these guys stack them up, but we will not be stacking them like this. Like, one will be tanked like here against this wall, one like here, and then one back here. And then this captain's going to get tanked like back in here against the wall back here. Casters, do not be afraid to drop dummies if we're killing these packs and one starts running at you. Dummies are our friends. They save lives, save for lip, etc. Can get silenced during these. I don't remember if the Mind Slayer does the silence or the Slayers. I think it's the Mind Slayers. Does the silence?
Yeah, if you got a bunch of the lap,
Yeah, it's the Mind Slayers.
the melee doesn't actually want to go in till they whirlwind.
Yes,
because it's
and
just a blender. You'll get
it's
slapped.
like they don't. These guys are also trank shotable, so keep that in mind, hunters. That when there's a little like red icon above their head, they can be trank shotted. So that's also something to take into account that we should be doing. Pretty much don't go in until they're separated is pretty much the idea of it. Because like you can see how much AoE damage goes out on these fights. And this is with all these guys in like full tier 2.5 Nax gear and Greater Stone Shield. So this is like these guys have more armor than our main tanks do right now. And their DPS
We're not doing the
warriors.
trash tomorrow, right?
I haven't fully decided if I'm pulling one or not, but we'll see. But I'm not planning on it, but maybe not.
I mean, if we're gonna go to Uru, then yes. If not, I
Right.
don't think it's worth risking. Especially because we're not gonna be fishing for like an ideal ID, so the first pack could be like all Mind Slayers, and it's just trash.
I don't understand why Mind Slayers are so bad. They're easier than the Slayers, in my opinion.
Because you can get MC like
MC, silence, AoE fear.
Fair.
It becomes a clusterfuck. Yeah.
It can.
And
be.
like you
Yeah,
need
that's
2
true.
tanks on each one.
Yep. Yeah,
they're
that's
awful.
fair. It's fair. Because this is like pretty much how it'll be, but like this champion's gonna get tanked like back there, like way in the back, so that he can't AoE fear and hit any casters, etc. So that's like the idea of him being tanked in the back farther. You'll see here when they kill the Mind Slayer, they all just kind of run around like, and you can't control it. So, other than that, I mean, it's a lot of AoE damage, pretty much a tank check, and that's pretty much it. But most likely we won't be killing this trash, but it's good to see. Good to start thinking about it.
Is the Excel sheet updated?
As of right now, I might move some healers around yet. I haven't decided yet. Is it? Is it like
Yeah,
not a
everything like
strat-
with our rosters set
Is
for
it like
everything else. Maybe not
not
the
a
stuff.
strat to hodge these guys and like stun them or no? Or is it just too much extra to deal with?
For the
Slayers.
Slayers,
Here's a kid.
maybe.
The rogues at work and combo points up.
Throwing out Hodge is easy. If you can call it in the moment, just do it.
We could have like a rotation set if
Yeah.
that's makes it easier.
I don't know. I mean, does it? Maybe. I don't know.
Did you talk about having a priest dispel the big guy, the guardian? When he gets big?
So it's just like the
Just like AQ20.
it's just like the gladiators in fucking
Yeah.
AQ20. Is it a certain thing or is it just random?
Random.
Okay.
yeah,
just
just
happens.
enrages. Or whatever it is.
I didn't know if it was like in AQ20 when it's only after Skull dies. So
Nah, like a priest has to be ready like
yeah,
all the
just
time.
dispel him. Pretty much whoever's like healing that tank and just fucking hit him with it. So you can see like the bear bat. Is that a bear bash or is that a taunt? Hold on. Bear bash is only like 3 seconds, right? Yeah. Is that Demo Roar? What the fuck is that debuff? Buff. Debuff?
AoE taunt.
It's a debuff.
Okay, that's a taunt. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was a bear buff, a bear taunt or something of that nature. We always kill Mind Slayers last. He does an AoE knockback. I believe it's a threat drop too on it. Can bubble it, as you can see. Quite a bit of, there's a lot of trash after this. Like, there's a lot of trash after Twin Imps in comparison.
It sucks. Sucks
Yeah.
a lot.
And we will not be stacking him like this.
Best defense, good offense.
Yeah.
Killed fast enough.
Yeah.
Young Best offense.
I believe
Best
this
offense is good
fires some
defense.
bugs away.
If we die the fastest, that's it's a good way to end it. And the upcoming trash is, I mean, very simple trash. From what I've noticed, they there's 2 nullifiers. You cannot pet you out of this fight. I mean, you can, but a lot of people are gonna die because they do take off a buff of yours, so they can dispel your Petri, and then they'll just kill you. Do not let them get to 100% mana. They're pretty much mini momes. The from what I've seen, they all just nuke Skull and then mana burn X, but I'm not entirely sure.
That's correct. No,
The
that's
D-
the play.
I would think that's like our DPS should be fine for that. So that's going
Yeah.
to be the plan. So we're just gonna
Like
nuke
you can have
Skull
a hunter
into
put a serpent
X.
sting on the skull and it's
Yeah.
fine.
And you cannot double pull these packs. It is very fucking dangerous. So the other one, the big dog here is like, I mean, they're pretty much just tank and spank. Their mechanics are pretty much irrelevant, to be honest.
They can do like AoE roots and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think they fear
but-
too, so you want to make sure you pull back so you don't
Yeah.
get feared.
So
To the next one.
basically, if you do have to Petri here, do not Petri all F4. Make
Yeah.
sure you stay there. Make sure you don't
Yeah.
Petri if it gets on.
Yeah, you do not Petri all F4. That's probably the best advice.
Or just don't double pull.
Exactly. Don't double pull is the ideal answer here. So
Yeah, but just pull the big guy back, like towards the range, so if he does fear, he doesn't push this in at everybody.
Yeah. And then there's those 2, and then there's 2 packs of these again, one here and then one that pats up here, and then there's another double nullifier and a big dog. These guys only come to here. It's not a big deal, but like Skull will get pulled here, X will get pulled here, like Square's gonna get pulled here, and then like the champion here, and then just the Mind Slayer just kind of wherever he goes. Pretty much they're all gonna get pulled against a wall because they do a knockback, and it's very annoying to deal with. So biggest things keeping fear wards on the tanks, especially like the tanks tanking the big champion. Definitely ideal to keep them fully fear warded up the entire time.
Do we have like more than 2 dwarf priests? Or no?
3. I believe we have 3 for Monday.
Yeah, it's Radama, Lee, and Astaria, I
Ana,
think,
yeah.
are our only dwarfs.
Stupid ass holy one.
Oh, and that guy. That's 4. Yeah, there's 4. We have 4. I'm trolling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got
forgot
his
about the
feeling,
fucking
I don't
holy
know
guy.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never puts out fear words anyway. Pretty much nuking Skull with a single Viper Sting I see is on. I mean, this guy doesn't even get... He gets like 1 ticket, but obviously he'll probably get like 2 with us. And then X just gets mana burned. Plus drain mana from Warlocks and just killing Square.
That
And...
works.
I know there's like 2 different ones. There's like a Warder and then there's a different one. I don't remember what the fucking other one is. But like one does like an AoE fart or whatever, kind of like fucking. But it's like kind of whatever. Like these dogs are fucking pretty much irrelevant.
Yeah, I think it's like sand or whatever. You would do sands to shit. Chance
Yeah.
to hit. Some nonsense like that.
Yeah, it's annoying, but it's like not really anything detrimental to us all dying. So, and then they go into the Oro fight. This is like a full DPS check. Well, it's a DPS check plus tank check. So it's like you can't be above the off tanks. Because as soon as the Sandblast goes out, it's a full threat drop, and then he swaps to an off tank, and then the off tank has to take him back around. You'll see what all happens here, but he does a knockback, and then he does a Sandblast, and it's like kind of rough. I know that you can. I'm ideally having bears tank it to start, especially because they can just feral charge back in, so that they don't outrange healers, etc. But you want to be max melee range, and then he does a knockback. He does a knockback, then he does the So like these guys obviously can. He did the Sandblast. Not yet. Hold on. Did he? Fuck.
Yeah, that was sweep.
He did.
Sweep's the knockback.
God damn it.
He did a sweep into a sand
Yeah.
blast.
I didn't know if
If
it
you have
happened
snowballs,
here.
you can.
You can stop it
the
with the
knockback.
snowball, correct? Or you just use a bear, and it's ideal. Or so what Zoli does, he just tanks him in fucking normal and not Fury Prot, so then he can intercept back. So he must have fully resisted the knockback, is my assumption. Oh no, he used a trinket.
If-
He used a trinket. I seen him spinning. He used a way to stop
If
himself.
you do get
from-
high, you just gotta back out. He doesn't move. So if you're out of melee range, you're chilling.
You just can't rip threat into turning the boss to get sandblasted in the entire fucking raid. Because it does a lot of damage. And when he turns to the off tanks, stop attacking. We do not need to parry haste Oro and kill our off tanks. Like, do not need to do that. You just gotta
But you gotta
stay.
kill
A
him for
lot
the
of
burrow.
AQ40 is
But
just
you have to kill him.
DPS, please don't
You have to
him.
kill him fast. But
If we don't kill for the burrow, it's
Yeah.
GG.
but that's the other half of it. Is you have to kill him fast, but
In
Don't-
a worst case scenario, like if you notice somebody's like threat is too high, they can always get bopped or something, or they can lip, like just to reset their threat or whatever.
You can petri your threat away.
petchering is
Yeah.
the best answer
You know,
there.
just everybody keep track of that. And if you're really too high, just do something.
Mages,
Yeah, you
it
just
can
petri and then you
happen
click it off.
where your threat gets so fucking high that you have to petri it off. There are strats where the fucking mages do some Oro tanking and do some whack shit because Oro doesn't move. I have no fucking clue how any of that works, but
The
They
ignite
stand
has
way
to
off the
never.
left.
It has
Yeah.
to be that guy's ignite. It
Yep.
can never drop, and he just stays in a petri.
is do
Something
they
like
stay in a
that.
petri?
It's,
I
like,
know that they
back
have
on the
to
threat.
stay in like max fucking range, and then they're all the way the fuck
Oh,
out. They do like some
not
You
weird
do
shit.
have to move back.
Yeah,
You
they
gotta
do.
move
little bit.
It's like tanking
not?
with Blessing of King. It's the
Yeah.
same kind of concept. You're just way off in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere.
Yeah, just spamming kings, but like, we'll just do it the traditional way. But
Yeah, no funny business.
It's easy unless you pull threat. You just don't want to get the freaking sandstorm on the group. Everything else is
Correct.
pretty easy.
yeah, the sand spray is the killer in that fight. If it sandblasts the entire fucking raid, the clockies are gonna die. And that's
Well, you'll live.
just-
It's just everyone's incapacitated for 6 seconds. That's the problem.
So then they go in, and then after tank goes in, then everybody goes in, clicking off major trolls bloods, etc. Absolutely no buttons pressed. Even if you get hit or a tentacle spawns on you, you cannot do anything. You guys have to stay. There's going to be 2 melee on a stack. You're going to be with your stack. And then casters are all spread out. Good distance between you guys. This is exactly like the Venoxus thing. Now, when I killed Cthulhu on softcore, and I got an I-beam on me, and you get a fucking pop-up from DBM, and it fucking yells at your ass that you have an I-beam on you, do not move like I did, and almost kill half the raid. It is... do not do it. It'll scare the shit out of you when it pops up in the middle of your fucking screen and goes, I beam on you! Because you're so worried about the dark glare. I thought it was the dark glare, so then I fucking moved. But I didn't kill anybody. But, like, I beam on you, you just stay still. Like, it blares in the middle of the screen. If you go in between... Now, they don't have a lot of melee. I think you can have a max of 12 melee on Cthulhu during this phase.
It depends on how big you want your
but
spacing to be.
Bigger is better, in my opinion, because what can happen during this fight is a dark glare, an I-beam goes on this guy, and you have a melee stack here. A tentacle hits this guy, knocks him in here. Now it chains from him to him to him, and now this guy's dead. And there's a possibility that this guy gets chained too, and now it just fucking... You just killed like 2-3 melee because you have too many melee in here. Now...
You put rogues in the cut chair
if you get
on
knocked
the wall.
up and you see one coming, you have to Petri.
Yeah, like this is the scenario of if you see an I-beam going out on somebody, like he'll always look right at the guy that he's doing the I-beam on. Like if you get knocked, you have to Petri immediately. Like there's no questions asked. You have to Petri immediately. And then right after that, this I-beam, wherever this I-beam goes is where the dark glare is going in that exact direction. So as soon as this I-beam goes out, you have to get out of the way of where the I-beam is where the beam is looking. If you cannot get out of this, you have to Petri. Like, you can bubble this. You can bubble it and then get out of it, but you have to pre-bubble it, obviously. And if you're somebody that doesn't have that, I believe you can ice block it too, so like that is a possibility. But during this phase, we will be wrecking. This is a big-time DPS check of phasing Cthulhu on one phase. This is a big deal, because if you don't, everybody has to get back into position after he does one full circle, and if that's when things can go super wrong, involving people not being at the right spot at the right time, then an I-beam chains into multiple people, and now fucking people are dead, and then you're in trouble.
Do you want to wreck phase 1?
Yes.
Okay.
P3 is a much safer... Well, P2, I guess it is, actually. P2 is much safer. Like, during this phase, everybody runs to the front half. We want nobody in the middle, and we want nobody over on the sides here. You don't want anybody on the sides, because we don't need an eye tentacle, a giant eye tentacle, any big tentacles spawning in the back half of the room. You can see it on the spreadsheet. It pretty much tell you, like, where not to stand. There's, like, pretty much a line, like, here from this side and then this side. And you don't want to stand in between, because most of the time the tentacles will spawn here in the middle. Like, this part, pretty much after P1, P2 is much easier. But, like, this tentacle spawns. He does a big knockback. Melee want to kind of be spread out so that it's not, like, not everybody gets knocked out. Immediate Hajj goes out. Already 5 seconds on it. Ideally, a bear tanks it, because these guys do hit hard. These guys hit hard. Like, it's ideal for a bear. Just charge in, bam, you're there. You know, it's like super easy. You kill it, not a big deal. Now, he'll randomly pick people to go down into the stomach. He actually gets... This is actually a perfect example, because he actually gets sucked down into the stomach. But that guy takes people down into the stomach. Down in the stomach, you guys are killing tentacles down there. When you kill both tentacles, Cthulhu becomes vulnerable. During the vulnerable phase, we zug him down. Now, we cannot kill Cthulhu when somebody's in the stomach. there's also you do not come out of the stomach if a giant claw or a giant eye tentacle is about to spawn. Now, this giant eye just spawned. We do not come out of the stomach because it'll launch you out, and it's usually over here somewhere over in this area, and that allows it to be a way higher chance that this tentacle spawns back here, and that tentacle does the same thing as P1 with the eye tentacle, with the eye glare or whatever it's called, eye beam.
The chain lightning
The
thing.
chain lightning where, like, it killed Ghosty in them. Like, this has to be immediately fucking Hajjed or, like, Hajj. Interrupt. It is interruptible. Like, mages on that shit, interrupting it, kicking it. You can intercept it. I don't care. Like, it just has to be fucking stopped. Like, he can never get off a cast.
Tongues.
Yeah, Curse of Tongues is...
No, counterspell, if anything.
But counterspell, like...
We're both.
Like, Warlock can immediately throw on Curse of Tongues. It's... Now, he goes down in here. You should have a GNPP popped already. This guy's... It kind of puts on a stacking debuff on you, where you constantly just do more... you take more and more damage. This is how you get out of it, is this thing right here. When you go on here, do not stand over here. Do not stand over here. Do not be jumping. You go on here, you stand there completely still. That is very important. You don't want to hit your head on this, then you have to lip, or then you have to Petri. It's go in the middle, you stand there completely still, it launches you out. That's the ideal way.
And one at a time, because you'll get double launched if two people go.
One at a time.
Yeah. You can't Petri the debuff, by the way. If you Petri down there, you'll just take damage until you die.
You will die with this debuff right here. It's the acid debuff.
So if you bonk on the ceiling and you're going to take fall damage, you don't Petri, you lip, and then you walk back and try again.
Yeah, and then stand in the middle.
And you're out at 5.
And you do not... You cannot come out if an eye tentacle is about to spawn. That is, like, the second biggest part. And do not kill the second tentacle unless I say so, pretty much. It's like, I'll say if we're good to kill, etc. I'll pretty
get
much
him low, and then you just, like, wait.
I'll be calming it during the fight on, like, if I say 5 seconds till eye, or, like, till tentacle, like, do not come out of the stomach. That is, like, just wait until until the tentacle spawns, then you can come out. Then it's okay to come out. So, like, none of them are up right now. He has 35 seconds till Giant Eye. He goes in, he stands there perfectly fine, gets sent out to the side. See how he's all the way in the back half here? This allows, like, that tentacle, well, the Giant Eye, Giant Claw to spawn back in here, and then nobody's around to get to it. That's, like, the biggest thing on it. And then they weakened him, and then it's just, like, help kill the eye tentacles. They do some damage, and then you just dug Cthulhu. And then,
if you want your whirlwind to do damage, you have to go pretty far in.
Yeah, if you want a double whirlwind, you have to be, like, all the way the fuck in there, like, way in. And then if you don't one phase him, we all just go back to the top side, and same thing. It's just rinse and repeat. There's no, it's everybody can DPS in this fight in here. Like, healers throwing out fucking. Yeah, it doesn't
Smites
matter.
And shit.
Yeah.
There's no damage that goes out during the invulnerability. 0 damage.
Yeah. No heal. Yeah. So you don't have to heal at all. Just fucking slam the shit out of Cthulhu.
And like Death Wish and trinkets will be back up.
Yeah. If you're good enough, and people kill the eye tentacles that spawn on the outside, you can trinket swap between P1 and P2. But
don't plan on it.
Don't plan on it. Yeah, exactly. But it is a possibility. But so, ideally, probably Earthstrike is better here because it'll definitely be off CD. Diamond Flask is like maybe not. Earthstrike definitely will be off CD.
Well, I mean, it's still worth to have the Diamond Flask. You're just gonna only use it once.
Yeah. So, because P1 is the deadliest, pretty much, during the I-beam parts. Like, P2
also
is
easiest.
It is very easy, but has the most one-shot capabilities, pretty much. But when we're killing Cthulhu, you cannot kill him when there's somebody in the stomach. It'll instantly kill whoever's in the stomach. So that is also... Do not just zug on, like, the second part of if we two-phase him in the second half, which it's very possible, most likely will be a two-phase. I'm not sure. Depends on our DPS. But either way.
When the Dark Glaire's going out, everybody can do damage on the boss still. So
Yep.
like melee should just be running in a circle around him. But if you don't want to like ride the edge of the Dark Glare, because if a tentacle spawns on you, it can bonk you.
Can
into
knock
it.
you in, yes. Like, be ready to
So you
Petri
kinda,
during
like,
that.
Be behind it.
Yeah, you want to be ahead of it. Like, you don't... Or
Well,
behind
no,
it.
I mean like
yeah, whichever.
like 180 degrees away from it.
Yeah, like see how they all run over to the, like, it's hitting this side directly across from X. They all kind of run into X, you know? Like, you can DPS no problem while moving. He moves pretty slow. Like, he's not a fucking mad lad, but you want to be on the complete backside of it, you know, and slamming. That's...
Dark Glare is one of those things. If you're concerned or confused at all, you just Petri and figure it out once you've
Yeah.
had some time.
Exactly. If you think you're gonna get hit by that bitch, just fucking Petri. Like, it will one-shot you immediately. Like, so...
Going into
Like
Cthulhu, you should have like 3 or 4 Petries in your bag.
Yep. Like, it's a very easy fight, but has the most, like, one-shot mechanics involving things. So, other than that, it's a pretty easy fight. The trash is scarier in my opinion, but you are relying a lot on your fellow raiders in here on Cthulhu. So, keep that in mind.
All right, but we're not doing this for another like 2 weeks, probably, right?
I have no idea.
DMF? DMF
I have
week.
no clue.
Yeah, DMF maybe.
We'll see.
DMF.
We'll see. We'll see how Monday goes. All right, boys. one week at a time. But like right here, Claw's coming up in 5 seconds. You do not want to go. Like, he should have stayed in here. Like, he should have stayed in there and not come out yet.
And generally, healers just kind of come in and get out pretty quick. There's not much reason for them to stay down.
Yeah, throw a heal or two on the people down there, and head out. Because like,
Just pay attention.
yeah, you're like,
You don't want to.
hey, go ahead.
You don't want to panic. Like people with 5, you want to let those people go. Like if nothing's going on down there, just
Yeah.
don't panic and run to the thing. Just it causes nothing but concern.
Like 5 stacks is early. Like you won't be taking a lot of damage.
Just
Yeah.
chill.
It's like when
Take
it's
a look.
9 or 10, you take a lot of damage.
But 5 is safe, and that's...
Yeah.
Get out at
Because
5.
you're not guaranteed to have a
And
healer
like,
down there
it's-
either.
if you're a healer and you're healing a DPS that's fresh and you're at 5 stacks, you could probably stay for 2 more if you're like right by the edge and you're feeling healthy.
If you bubble down there, is it the same thing as Petri? Like it'll still keep doing damage to you?
Not sure.
I don't know that
No.
answer.
Bubbles should remove because it removes your debuffs, right?
It does typically. I just don't know if this one's like a weird one or